with another video. It's your host, and then you have your co-host, and Andy,
Hey, what's up?
and yeah, we're just gonna be getting to another episode of this, and we're just gonna be talking about how the playoff bracket's looking so far. We haven't done a video in a little while, but yeah, I think we're back for now. So we're just gonna go over and sorry, I can't find the right segment. Oh, there we go. Okay, we finally have video for today's first video, and yeah, we're just gonna be getting straight into this. So what we're gonna be basically. Oh, and this is the first video back. Hopefully, you guys can hear me perfectly. Was first video with the camera, so we're trying to adjust to the settings. But yeah, we're just gonna get into the playoff bracket for now. This is the playoff bracket, and it's called. Andy, just go ahead and share your predictions again on what you think is gonna happen. I think the Nuggets are going to Game 7, right?
Yeah,
Nuggets are going
tomorrow.
Nuggets are going Game 7. OKC is going to Game 7, and then what else? Everybody else. Oh, and Miami wins Game 1.
Yeah, Miami.
And then I believe that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah.
And Lakers, Clippers have moved on. And then I think, and then Celtics, Raptors.
Yeah. So I have everything that's happened I've successfully predicted, but I think I believe both of us predicted everything so far except Cal.
Yeah.
Cal did. But so in my predictions I have Rockets winning and the Jazz winning. And Jazz isn't looking too good though. Jamal Murray's going off.
Jamal Murray's monster, yeah.
Jamal Murray's absolutely popping off. His girlfriend is probably coming to the bubble now that they can invite people, so he's gonna play with a little extra something. And the Nuggets have all the momentum against the Jazz right now. And then the Rockets and Thunder, I feel like the Thunder kind of have the momentum, but honestly, win that. And then yeah, it'll be interesting to see Heat versus Bucks. With the Heat already up, we'll see how that goes. I believe I have in my bracket the Bucks winning that one. But if the Heat get hot, they're going to be a tough team to stop. They mesh so well together. They have that all in.
Butler had 40 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
And Giannis,
he's good.
Yeah, Giannis wasn't even like their leading scorer. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact, so don't quote me on it. But I believe it was Chris Middleton. Like this team is not looking good. When like it doesn't look good for this team.
No, the Heat. I mean, they just play so well together too, and everyone's all in. They're all following to Jimmy Butler's lead, and Jimmy Butler just wants to win at any cost. He'll lay his body down on the line every play.
Yeah, he's absolutely being a leader for this team. He's definitely setting an example. For me, okay, I have the Jazz winning. If that doesn't sound too crazy, I have the Jazz winning just because I believe Donovan Mitchell's going to respond. He's been a beast. Like this matchup has been absolutely insane. Yeah. I mean, lost. I got the Rockets winning. I just think they're too talented to lose. Yeah. I definitely, and then I have the Miami Heat winning. I think I've said that in the original video. I have the Miami Heat winning. I just think they've had the best. They've proven so far that they have the best system. I mean, the playoffs is a different story. That's why I was a little iffy about it. But I mean, they definitely look the strongest.
They look great.
Yeah, and then I have the Celtics beating the Raptors just because I think they have more star
Yeah.
power, and they
I
also
agree.
have a solid bench. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it just comes down to I mean, it's a little far to predict the conference finals and everything, or like the next round after that. I
Uh-huh.
believe I still have the Clippers beating the Jazz, and then I have I have the Rockets beating the Lakers in 7, but I think I'm gonna change that to Lakers in 6.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Lakers, LeBron's looking good. They're looking solid. We did the playoff predictions when it was a little early, and
Yeah.
they
I
didn't look too
see.
solid.
Yeah. For me, I'm switching my prediction up as well. I debated this because I've been born and raised in LA, so I've been raised with good teams. I've predicted the Dodgers to win the World Series the past 3 years. Two of the
Yeah.
three they've lost to the World Series winners 3 years in a row, and two of those three were in the World Series. So I feel like it's a curse for me to predict my favorite team to win. And I believed in my heart that the Clippers were going to beat them, and so I predicted that. But just the way LeBron has been responding and the way he's been playing like he should,
Yeah, kind of like a
it's
monster.
incredible. Yeah, so I will change my prediction. I have the Lakers going all the way. But if we go back to the Jazz game, that's what I want to talk about is the Jazz versus the Nuggets.
Nuggets.
I see. Here's my biggest X factor. I think it'll be a great game between Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell. And I think that's what everyone's talking about right now because it's been back and forth between those two guys. But the biggest X factor for me is the centers.
Yeah,
Jokic and Gobert. Gobert's hasn't played his best.
Yeah, he's definitely slacking.
And if he finds a way to step it up, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, for sure. One other thing, I think I still have the Clippers winning, even though it looked a little iffy against the Mavericks. I just think the Mavericks overall are, in my opinion, I know the Blazers were good, but I don't have the Blazers winning because the Lakers were they just sucked. But the Mavericks are a whole another team. In my opinion, I believe they're like I believe they could beat the Rockets, or they could have beat the Thunder, or they could beat any team other than the Lakers and the Clippers.
Yeah,
that's that in the whole Western Conference. Like they're outstanding. Who else? I have the Clippers winning, even though they looked a little iffy in that one series.
Okay.
Let me see. I have Celtics, and then I have Celtics against Heat. I have Celtics just because once again they have more star power than the other team, and then I have Clippers beating the Celtics. That's how my bracket normally was.
So I have Lakers over Rockets, Clippers over both of the. It could go either way for me. I'm gonna go since you went Jazz. I'm gonna go Nuggets. And I have Clippers beating them, and then Lakers beating Clippers, and then the other side I have Celtics, and
the Bucks.
That's another tough one.
Yeah,
the Bucks and the Heat.
The Bucks and the Heat is going to be a good. I said the Heat originally, so it's not just because they won the game one. I had the Heat originally. Yeah, I mean this is I think it's a great series. I think it's going to go 7 games. Like it's going to be outstanding. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Giannis to me just doesn't look ready. I mean, he's a great player. I might be wrong, but
yeah.
I mean,
he just needs another star. I don't think Chris Middleton's it.
Yeah, I agree with that. What else? I think that's all the bracket stuff. I mean, let me see. Yeah, I believe that's everything. Because all the Eastern games, the first round's over.
Yeah.
I mean, the East is just awful.
So we both have Celtics going to the finals, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then and then you have Lakers. I have Clippers in finals, but we both agree that they're going to the conference finals.
Yeah.
What else? I also have. Oh yeah, what's called? Man, the East was crazy. What's called the only game that like the losing team, or how do I say this? everybody else got swept except for the Magic. How did the Magic become the only team? Like, how were they the only team not to get swept? And then it was the 8th versus the first seed. That's crazy.
Well, in the Magic, if you look at it, they didn't have any other star players. They didn't have Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon.
They had.
I don't think they have Vucevic.
They had him. Yeah. But everybody else, I believe, is out.
Yeah. And then Evan Fournier, he played some games, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, like they really didn't have
good though.
Yeah, they really didn't have a lot of their players. I mean, it was not a good thing for the Bucks to have lost the game there. That's just my opinion. Let's go to another segment. It's fact or cap. Or no, not fact or cap. It's on a scale of, and it's on a scale of what are the chances that the Rockets beat? First of all, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then the Lakers. This question we've come up a lot on the segment on a scale of, but I mean, like we just got to keep asking the question because it changes really with every day.
Yeah. Did the Rockets beat the Thunder,
and then the Rockets? Okay, first of all, let's do Rockets beat Thunder.
I'm gonna go with 6 out of 10.
I actually go 6 out of 10 too because I really agree with that. I think that's actually really good.
Yeah,
I was gonna say 5, but I think the star power.
I think it could go either way, but the Rockets have way more talent than the Thunder.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but yeah, that's exactly
that's why they have the edge.
Yeah. Okay, on a scale of, what are the chances that the Nuggets beat the Jazz?
The Nuggets beat the Jazz. I think, for me, it's 50-50. It's 5 out of 10.
Yeah. What's it called? I'll go 6. I'll go 6 on that because they have the momentum.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. They're the better team.
Yeah. I mean, they have more depth. It's simple. But Donovan Mitchell is a monster. I mean, can't go wrong. They're definitely missing some of their players that have sat out.
Yeah,
that's definitely an impact for the Jazz. On a scale of, I mean, what are the chances? On a scale of 1 to 10, what chances do you give Carmelo re-signing with the Blazers?
Carmelo re-signing with the Blazers. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think he really felt at home there, and they really appreciated him. I think he either re-signs there. If he doesn't re-sign there, I think it's a 50-50 chance that he retires. I just don't see him going anywhere else.
I mean, the Lakers, they need a knockdown shooter.
Unless he goes to the Lakers or maybe even OKC with Chris Paul.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I doubt that would happen.
Yeah, because he was already in OKC. Yeah. I don't think that. Yeah. I mean, what was I going to say? Yeah, Lakers, I think, is the best bet. If he doesn't, but I'll give it a solid 8. But I mean, because he came out and I think he said in an interview he wants to resign.
Yeah,
it really depends on how the Blazers react.
The Blazers, yeah.
And I think they'll resign him. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good person. He had a good attitude. He accepted his role and he did his role really well.
And he got along with his teammates.
Yeah. You could tell there's some chemistry there. Yeah. And then final question on a scale of going back to the Rockets. Chances of Rockets beating the Lakers if they progress.
2 out of 10.
I give it about a 3. I mean, it's like the Lakers are just on the level.
Yeah, the Lakers have 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA.
Yeah.
And the Thunder struggled against Chris Paul. Almost.
I mean, then again, in my opinion, they would have won the game. They went into overtime. If James Harden not fell out that one game, I mean, and Russell Westbrook was playing. I mean, if either one of those things happened, Russell Westbrook playing or James Harden didn't fall out, they definitely going away with that win and definitely progressing to the next round.
The Lakers are playing better right now, and they are the better team.
That's true.
Those 2 things, it really, I'm gonna change my answer to 1 out of 10. Actually, I just don't
Oh, man.
see it happening. I'm not confident.
Yeah,
I think
I think the little problem they're
series-
gonna have is guarding James Harden. I mean, if James Harden can go
Yeah.
off and do what he normally does, they have a solid chance. But I don't see that happening. So
Yeah, but then who on their team's gonna guard LeBron, and then who's gonna guard AD?
I mean, then again, I mean, if it comes down to outscoring, the Rockets got. I think if James Harden and Russell Westbrook do their thing, they can easily outscore them with how many threes and twos they take. I mean, but that's if the Lakers decide to go offense on offense, which I doubt they'll do.
Yeah,
That'll be an icky situation.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen. I mean, there's always a chance for everything, but I think out of all the series, that's the one I'm most confident in.
I mean, but I don't think the Lakers want to see the Thunder. I mean, I don't think they'll win, but I mean they're rough. I mean they'll play. They play with a lot of heart.
They're a tough team to play against. I think.
Yeah.
But
I think they'll go maybe 5-6 games. I mean.
Yeah, I think the Thunder could put up. Yeah, like the Thunder could put up a challenge, and it's not a team you want to see. They'll push you to play your hardest, but at the same time, you don't want to see the Rockets for the reasons you just said. If James Harden and Russell Westbrook are clicking and they just pop off, that's a hard team to beat. Yeah, and so for me, I'd rather see OKC and say, yeah, we're gonna have to push our hardest, and we might go 7, and we risk an injury, or we're gonna be tired, but we have a better chance of winning.
Yeah,
because they don't have that. They don't have. I mean, Chris Paul, but other than that, they don't have the player that can just drop 50 on any given night.
Yeah, I mean, if Gallinari and all them, I mean, they got a solid squad, but I don't think they have enough. Yeah. So, I think if you added Jimmy Butler to that team's winning a chip. Like that's in my opinion, like with Jimmy Butler, that's just a hard. I mean, but Jimmy Butler's in Miami. I think Chris Paul would have been good in Miami, but what's called I don't want to see Miami trade away anybody. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah. What else? I completely forgot to skip. I skipped over this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances that either Nuggets first we'll go Nuggets beat the Clippers, and then we'll go Jazz beat the Clippers.
I'll go for Nuggets. I'll go 3 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 because they are a solid team. Jokic is a really good player, so if he's playing at his best, and then Jamal Murray keeps his momentum going into the next series, they don't. I guess Paul George is a guard, technically, but other than Paul George, they don't have a guard like Jamal Murray. If Jamal Murray is playing the same way, and Paul George hasn't been great.
Lou Will. If Lou Will plays the way he normally plays,
he's not. Lou Will isn't capable of playing the way Jamal Murray is right now. Jamal Murray dropped 50. He left it all on the court.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be gassed in this next series. You got to remember they can throw a lot more defensive wings.
Yeah.
Than the Jazz can, in my opinion. I mean, Donovan Mitchell isn't a great defender. I mean, most of their great defenders are out of the bubble. I mean, what's called? I think. I mean, I don't think they'll win, but I'll give them a solid 3. 3 solid.
I said 3 too, right?
I think they're definitely a better match than the Jazz. I think the Jazz, I'll give the Jazz maybe. I'll give them a 1. I don't think they have any chance. I mean, if Donovan Mitchell's dropping 80, I mean, I guess.
I'd give Jazz a 2 because of Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and
those two are really their only chances.
Yeah,
Mitchell and Gobert.
Also, they're not winning. Like,
yeah,
man, my arm looks so long in that frame. What's it called?
Is Joe Ingles gonna guard Kawhi? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like they're not gonna. They're not going to be able to do anything. Who's going to guard Lou? Who's going to guard Lou Will? Who's going to be able to score on Patrick Beverly? I'm saying like guard wise, not Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell can score on anyone. He's an absolute monster. But
I mean, Mike Conley.
Yeah, that's true.
But
other than that, even Mike Conley's not having a great year. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I think that's it for today's show, though. I mean, yeah, I think that's definitely it, though. All right, we'll see you guys later. All right.
All right, see ya.